Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Manchester United must beat Leicester. Manchester United are going into the game against Leicester in a bad vein of form. Manchester United are winless in the last two league games. Man United have only won 2 of the last 6 games in all competitions. We drew our last game with Everton 1-1 at Old Trafford. That was before the international break. But this will be a tough game against Leicester, because Leicester are a good team. You know, Jamie Vardy, he's one of Leicester's key players. Jamie Vardy risen up from non-league football. He'll be in contention to play in this game. Iheanacho, he's also very good for Leicester, and I think he'll be involved in this game. Leicester have also got Lookman. They got him on loan from RB Leipzig in the summer transfer window. Leicester have also got Patson Daka. They got him in the summer transfer window. Patson Daka is an attacking player for Leicester. They've also got Boubakary Soumaré. They brought him in the summer transfer window. Leicester have also got Harvey Barnes. He's a left winger. I think he'll be in contention to play in this game. It will be interesting to see how Bailly and Lindelof cope with the likes of Vardy, Iheanacho, Harvey Barnes and, the rest of them. Leicester have also got James Maddison. Now, he's a midfielder. Manchester United have been linked with James Maddison before. Leicester got James Maddison from Norwich for around 20 million. I think Maddison will be in contention to play in this game. Leicester have also got Youri Tielemans. I think he'll be involved in this game. At one point Leicester had Tielemans on loan, but then obviously Leicester decided to get him permanently. They paid around 32 million. I think he's Leicester's most expensive signing, or one of their most expensive signings. Man United have been tentatively linked with Tielemans. Leicester have also got Wilfred Ndidi. He won't be playing in this game because he's out with injury. That's good news from a Man United perspective, but bad news from a Leicester perspective. Man United have been linked with Wilfred Ndidi. Leicester have also got James Justin. He's out with injury at the moment. Leicester have also got Bertrand. They got him from Southampton in the summer transfer window. They've also got Vestergaard. They got him in the summer transfer window. They've got Timothy Caskney. He could be involved in this game. He's a defender. Leicester have got Johnny Evans. He's one of their centre-halves now. He was recently out with illness. If Evans plays in this game, he'll be reuniting with Manchester United. We had Johnny Evans for 7 years. Another one of Leicester's centre-halves is Fofana. He's out with injury at the moment. Leicester have also got Mendy, and he's been out with injury. Mark O'Brien, he's one of Leicester's attacking players. They've also got Ricardo Pereira, that's good. Marty, they've got him. They've got Luke Thomas, he's a left back. Leicester's first choice goalkeeper is Schmeichel. Leicester have let good players go. Don't forget they lost Ben Chilwell last year to Chelsea. They lost Harry Maguire to us in the summer of 2019. But Leicester got 80 million for him. They also lost Danny Drinkwater and N'Golo Kante to Chelsea. And they lost Riyad Mahrez to Man City back in 2018. But Leicester have found adequate replacements for them departures. Leicester's manager is Brendan Rodgers. He's been Leicester manager for almost 3 years. He's got a contract with Leicester until 2025. You've got to give Brendan Rodgers credit. He's transformed Leicester, and at Leicester he's won the Community Shield and he's won the FA Cup. Now, recently, there was rumours saying that Brendan Rodgers was the favourite to take the Newcastle job, but Brendan Rodgers rejected the Newcastle job. Before Leicester, Brendan Rodgers managed Celtic. He won quite a few trophies at Celtic. Before Celtic, he managed Liverpool. He enjoyed one good season with Liverpool. Before, he's managed Swansea. Did well there. When Rodgers managed Liverpool, he emulated the football he produced at Swansea. Before, he's managed Reading. He's also managed Watford. And a long time ago, he managed Chelsea's youth team. Before Brendan Rodgers, Leicester had Claudio Ranieri. They won the Premier League title under Claudio Ranieri. But Leicester have enjoyed a very poor start to the Premier League season. I think they're sitting 13th at the moment. They drew their last game 2-2 with Crystal Palace before the international break. Leicester threw a 2-goal lead away in that game. Last season, Leicester beat us twice. They beat us in the FA Cup quarter-final 3-1. I think Iheanacho scored twice in that game. And they beat us in the league at Old Trafford 2-1, but Solskjaer heavily rotated in that game. It was a draw at the King Power in the Premier League last season. It was 2-2. But I am expecting Manchester United to win this game because we've got a very good away record in the Premier League. We are unbeaten in our last, 29 Premier League away games. We haven't lost away from home in the Premier League since January 2020. Now, as you all know, Raphael Varane will be playing no part in this game because Varane has got a groin injury. He's out for a few weeks. Varane came off injured in France's Nations League final against Spain. He went down holding his leg. He got replaced in the 43rd minute by Dayot Upamecano. And Harry Maguire will be missing this game. Maguire has recovered from injury, but he's not yet returned to full training. So I think that's the only injuries Man United have got. Now, earlier on today, I was talking with you about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I said to you, Solskjaer's daunting run of fixtures. Can his Manchester United defence cope? Manchester United will face Leicester, Liverpool, Tottenham, Man City, Arsenal and Chelsea in the next 45 days. So it's a make or break period for Ole. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is under pressure. Like I said earlier, we've only won 2 of our last 6 games in all competitions. But despite that, Man United are still fully committed to Solskjaer and have no plans to replace the club legend as manager despite a topsy-turvy start to the season. The Daily Mail said not so long ago that Solskjaer's future could depend on the next 10 games. The vast majority of Manchester United fans are Ole out. Obviously they've got quite a lot of reasons why they want Ole out, but maybe there's still some Man United fans that are Ole in. Is Ole going to get until the end of this season? Well, I'll revert back to what I've said before. Solskjaer has to win a trophy at Manchester United this season to basically save his job. He's not yet won a trophy as Man United manager. We haven't won anything since 2017. And earlier on this season, Solskjaer did say that we must leave a legacy of silverware. Obviously, there's been Man United fans demanding Antonio Conte to replace Solskjaer. There's also been some Man United fans demanding Zidane to replace Solskjaer. But like I've already said, Solskjaer has run out of excuses. You know, we've got a very good squad. Plus, Solskjaer received very good backing in this year's summer transfer window. John Murtough backed him. John Murtough is our director of football. Not so long ago, John Murtough said, "We need to keep control and we will not deviate from the plan." Woodward has also backed Solskjaer. Darren Fletcher backed Solskjaer. And the Glazers backed Solskjaer. And Man United enjoyed a very good summer transfer window. We made 4 signings. We brought Tom Heaton in on a free from Aston Villa. Brought Jadon Sancho in from Borussia Dortmund, brought Rafael Varane in from Real Madrid, and we re-signed Cristiano Ronaldo after 12 years. We spent around 141 million in the summer transfer window. Solskjaer's enjoyed like 5 transfer windows now as permanent Man United manager. In the summer, Solskjaer signed a new contract with the club until 2024. There's an option of a further year. And we made a mistake giving Solskjaer that contract because he won't see it out. And a lot of United fans will agree with me on that aspect. In December, Solskjaer will be celebrating 3 years as Manchester United manager. Reflecting now on Solskjaer's been at the football club, he has gained some managerial experience and he's learned quite a bit on the job, but there's still plenty of things Solskjaer's got to learn. Because he's still a young coach. Solskjaer has managed over 150 games as Man United manager in all competitions. I've got strong reservations about Solskjaer's decision making. Analysing the vast majority of the games Solskjaer's managed at Man United, he's been tactically naive, and Solskjaer doesn't have a proven pedigree as a manager. That's also a concern. But the reason Solskjaer is still Manchester United manager is because he's a legend of the club. That's what saved his job. disregarding being a legend of the club, I can almost assure he wouldn't have been here now. We appointed Solskjaer in December 2018 to replace Mourinho. He's been permanent Manchester United manager since March 2019, and the reason we're given the job permanently back in March 2019 was reflecting how well he did as the interim manager. Now, yesterday, I gave you the news on Paul Pogba. Andy Mitten from The Athletic said Manchester United have offered Paul Pogba £400,000 a week to stay at Manchester United. That would see Pogba become the second highest earner at Manchester United. At the moment, Pogba receives around £290,000 a week. The other week, though, it said Paul Pogba wants to stay at Manchester United and sign a new £400,000 a week contract. Well, Pogba's current contract at Man United expires next summer. Before the start of this season, Pogba rejected a new Man United contract. And earlier on this season, it said Pogba is very likely to leave Man United on a free next summer. Pogba has enjoyed a very good start to the Premier League season. He's already got 7 assists in the league. He produced good performances for Man United in the last couple of months of last season, but at one point last season he was out with a thigh injury for a while and he sustained some ankle injuries at Man United. Now, Spanish publication AS said that Real Madrid are back in the race to sign Pogba on a free transfer when his contract at Manchester United expires at the end of the season. Real Madrid think Paul Pogba could help convince Mbappe to join next year. Well, Real Madrid have been relentlessly linked with Pogba before. A couple of years ago, Pogba spoke about Real Madrid and his relationship with Zidane. The other week, Paul Pogba refused to rule out a Juventus return. Pogba did admit he always speaks to his ex-Juventus teammates, and earlier on this season, Mino Raiola, who's Pogba's agent, suggested that Pogba could return to Juventus from Man United on a free next summer. Well, Pogba did enjoy 4 good years with Juventus before he rejoined Man United. PSG have been in for Pogba. Lead 10 Sport recently said that PSG are ready to offer $500,000 a week in wages to Pogba if Pogba decides to leave Man United next summer. PSG couldn't get him in the summer transfer window because they got Lionel Messi. Messi's obviously leaving PSG because Messi recently did a tearful press conference to say his goodbyes. He's going to Newcastle, I heard. That's a surprise. Barcelona have also been in for Pogba, and Inter Milan have been in for him before, so he's had a long-running transfer saga. But we do want Paul Pogba's future to be sorted by Christmas. This season is Pogba's 6th season at Man United since he rejoined. He's won 3 trophies at the club so far, and Pogba's our most expensive signing at the moment because we paid $89 million for him. We had Pogba when he was a lot younger under the Ferguson era, but had to let him go due to limited appearances. Yesterday as well, I give you the news on Jesse Lingard. Jesse Lingard rejected a new Manchester United contract offer because of 2 players. Well, it said last month that Lingard rejected a Man United contract over playing time concerns. Lingard's current contract at Man United expires at the end of the season. And it's mentioned that Barcelona and AC Milan will be in front of the queue to get Lingard on a free transfer next summer. Lingard doesn't really get in our team. He's played a few times this season. You know, he played against West Ham in the Carabao Cup. Come on against West Ham in the league and scored the winning goal, and what a goal that was. Last season, Lingard enjoyed a 4-month loan spell with West Ham and he made an impact. Lingard's been part of Manchester United for a long time. He's been with us since 2000 and he's been in our senior squad since like 2011. But I'm expecting Man United to offload quite a lot of players next year. So I think Lingard will go. I think Van der Beek will go. You know, because Van der Beek is not getting enough game time at Manchester United. And I've said before, Solskjaer has to start Van der Beek, especially in the Premier League, because he is a good player. But I haven't really had much of a perception on him at Man United. It recently said Solskjaer's private view on Van der Beek became public. Solskjaer still believes Van der Beek has an Old Trafford future, despite his lack of game time. Not so long ago, Fabrizio Romano said that Van der Beek is planning to leave the club in January. Many clubs are in for Van der Beek. Newcastle are interested in him. It recently said Juventus opened talks with Van der Beek's agent over a possible move in January. Barcelona are in for him. Everton remain interested in Van der Beek. Don't forget Everton were close to signing him on loan, but Solskjaer rejected Van der Beek's exit. It said the other week that Donny Van der Beek's agent is said to be working hard on finding a new club for his client. The other week, Donny Van der Beek was furious with Solskjaer as he was left on the bench in Man United's win over Villarreal. Van der Beek was spotted throwing chewing gum, and it said Van der Beek will try to force a January transfer away from Man United following his Villarreal meltdown. Earlier on this season, Van der Beek told Solskjaer his best position. He reckons he'd be best served operating as a number 6 or as a number 8. And Van der Beek spoke about his Man United future in an exclusive interview with Rio Ferdinand. But this season is Van der Beek's second full season at Man United. We got Van der Beek for 40 million with add-ons included. He's got a contract with Man United till 2025 and he's versatile. He can play in 3 different roles. Martial will go next year. You know, Martial is not good enough to represent the club and Martial doesn't really get in our team, but surprisingly played against Everton before the international break and he scored, and that was his first goal for Man United since February. Martial played against West Ham in the Carabao Cup earlier on the season, but Martial struggled to make an impact in that one. Well, it said earlier on this season Man United are ready to sell Martial in January. We will demand close to the 54 million we originally paid for Martial back in 2015 from Monaco. Well, Newcastle want Martial. Not so long ago it said Newcastle made formal contact with Martial's representatives. Newcastle are obviously planning to spend big after the Saudi Arabians took over. Barcelona are considering a move for Martial next year. That's what it said earlier on this season. Martial's been a long-term target for Tottenham. Atletico Madrid were in for him last summer. Inter Milan wanted him before the start of this season. But it said before the start of this season that Solskjaer refuses to sell Martial as he remains part of his plans. Solskjaer seems to have a lot of trustworthy in Martial. Don't forget Solskjaer was the one that gave him that number 9 shirt. The best season I recall Martial having was his debut season under Van Gaal. You know, last season Martial was out with a knee injury for a while, but Martial's been with us 6 years. He's got 3 years left on his contract. Martial scored 79 goals for Man United in all competitions. Cavani, I think he'll go next year. I can't say I want Cavani to leave though, because Cavani's made an impact since he's come in. Cavani has got under a year left on his contract at Man United. Back in May, he signed the 1-year contract extension and he's on over £200,000 a week. He said the other week that Real Madrid want Cavani on loan in January, and I presume Barcelona will reignite their interest because Barcelona try to get him on deadline day in the summer transfer window. Juan Mata, he'll go next year. Juan Mata's contract at Man United expires next summer, because earlier on this year, Juan Mata signed a 1-year contract extension. I can't understand why we extended his contract for another year. You know, Juan Mata doesn't get in our team, plus he's lost that yard of pace and he's aging up. But despite that, you know, Juan Mata's had a good career at Man United. He's been with us now for like 7.5 years. He's made over 200 appearances for us in all competitions and scored over 50 goals. First part of last season, Mata rejected an $18 million a year contract offer to play in Saudi Arabia. We got Juan Mata back in 2014 from Chelsea in a deal worth $40 million. I want Man United to offload Fred next year because Fred isn't good enough to represent the club. Got my reservations about him. We overpaid for Fred as well. We got him for $50 million from Shakhtar Donetsk. I think Dalot will go next year. Dalot is our backup right back to Wan-Bissaka. I think Tellez will go next year. And I think Jones and Bailly will go next year. So there you go. On my next video, I'll be giving you my reaction to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's press conference ahead of this game against Leicester. So anyway guys, that's everything to update for today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.